Alright, so I'm going to show you how to curve your walls to make things like, I don't know, curving walls. Let me open my map up real quick. Okay, so here I just put up a basic thing, bunch of houses and everything. Right here is my curved wall. Okay. What it is it's right here. You've got this side, you've got this side, and then you've got the top. All three of those are what we call mesh patches. Then you have this block here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create another one right here. So I'm just going to copy this and move that over so that we have that. And I'll create the first mesh. I'm going to do it straight like an actual wall. And then the key here is when you go to create your patch mesh, you need to make sure you're looking at it the right way. If you create a patch mesh this way, it'll go vertically. But if you create a mesh patch this way, it'll go horizontally. By what I mean, you can go up to patch, and then simple patch mesh, and click OK. So notice that I did it from the top view up here. Now you get this long horizontal patch mesh. We're going to move that away, but we're going to save it because we're going to use it later. So now I'm going to do another one. Oops. Just like this. Then I'm going to do it vertically. Patch, simple patch mesh. Okay, now it's horizontal. So now you notice that it's facing me like this. When I look at it this way, it's like invisible. Can't see it. So that's why you need two of them. One for the outside, one for the inside. Alright, so now we're ready to move this into its place. So this is the outside, so it's going to go on the outside. Now it's going to curve in just like this one. So to curve it, you press V to see the vertices. You'll take this one, move it all the way out to about, let's see here, right. Make sure you do this because there's, as you can see on here, there's 3 different vertices, so you have to make sure you're selecting all of them to move them. We're going to put it right there. I think that's right. Yep, that's right. Okay, and then this one, notice how it's curved right now. If you move this one, it'll curve it in a different section. So if I move it here, it'll curve like that. We want it right about there. I believe that's correct. Yep. Okay. So now we have our first curve. So now let's create our second curve. Doing the same thing. Simple patch mesh. Now it's facing that way, so we're just going to flip it. Now it's flipped. Sometimes when you're flipping things, it moves it around, so make sure it's in the right spot. And it's in the right spot. So now let's do the same thing. V, and move these ones out to about there, and these ones there. So that should be even. When I make maps, you'll notice that I'm actually very meticulous with it, and it has to be even for me. And I believe that those are even. Oh wait. Now they're even. Okay. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to go back to the top one here, and we're going to move this one to where we need to. So now you're looking at it from the top, right? You press V, you see 3. All of these 3 ones. So we're going to have to move these each one by one. So this one goes all the way up top. This one's going to go in the middle. And then this one's going to go on the edge, just like that. And then these, just simply move these over just like that. And now you see that it's perfectly aligned on the top. Almost perfectly. Just have to move it right down there. And now you have your wall. Cool, right? So now let's create the ground here. So going to create a long piece of ground. Okay, we're looking at it top ways, right? Patch, simple patch mesh. Okay, now press V. Now you're going to move this one all the way up here, like that. This one will go in the center somewhere, and this one will go right there. And then all you gotta do, select these, move these over. Everything, sometimes you can move it into like that. That's perfectly fine because they're not gonna see that. Okay, and let's move it down to the bottom here, just like that. Okay, and out one. That should be good. If you want to get it perfectly on there, you can turn your grid down and move these around if you wanted to. I'm not going to take the time to right now because it looks good for me. Okay, next thing you're going to notice is that these walls don't look normal. So you're going to select it and press S to bring up the surface inspector. Then you can click natural, or you can set it and fit it. Cap, all these different things. I like to pick natural because, well, it'll look natural. So you can select each one individually, S, natural, okay. And most of the time it will align it perfectly with its other. Sometimes it looks a little off right there. Looks good on the map, right? Now let's test it. Refresh, build. Okay. And make sure things work right. Give me a second to do this. Wait a second. There we go. Alright, let's test this out. So here's our houses, and there's our wall. You can't walk through it, obviously. Okay, now here is a prime example. You see this pillar that we made? This is a prime example as to why we make it, because even, you remember in the map, you couldn't see from one side of it. It's invisible. That's exactly what we're looking at right here. We didn't put one of those things right here so we can see right through it. So, but works for me. Looks good, right? That's how you curve walls and ground. So hopefully that helps you out. Thanks for watching.